Hey, how you doing? Keith Stevenson here from Syllable Space, welcoming you to the Syllable Space podcast, where we celebrate the inspiring work of language tutors from around the world. Today, we have Aishat Alli. She's calling in from Chicago, Illinois, in the cold state of Chicago, Illinois, I might add. But she will be our first Yoruba tutor on the Syllable Space platform. So please join us as we highlight the exceptional work of Aisha. And before we go any further, I want to introduce Aishat Alli. Welcome to the Syllable Space podcast, Aisha. How you doing today?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today.
So when I was studying the Yoruba language, I found three really fun facts. Number one, I did not know that it was a tonal language where you'll have different tones, use different tones with the same words, and it results in the word having completely different meanings. That must have been difficult to learn as a child, but it really is a significant part of the language. Can you just speak a moment about the different tones folks use?
Yes, the thing about the pronunciation is that learning the language has a lot to do with pronunciation. Like you said, we have words with different meanings, so the pronunciation is important. And to me, it's not very hard, and I believe it's going to be easy for other people to learn as long as you're currently using the words and you're practicing a lot. So shouldn't be so hard to learn. And if you want to learn more about this, you can always come to syllablespace.com and find my name under the tutors. And I'm going to be so happy to start teaching and sharing different secrets with you guys.
So, what I will tell you, audience, is Aisha and I have had several conversations. She's going to be the perfect tutor for you if you want to start learning the Yoruba language. Very skilled, very patient, but she would be the perfect partner for your language journey. So, another fun fact that I discovered was over 50 million people speak the language of Yoruba. So mostly in Nigeria, but also in Togo and a country called Benin. So this is not just a little language that 100,000 people speak. 50 million people from around the world are connecting with each other every day with every word that they speak based on this language. Also, a fun fact is that the Yoruba alphabet, a written word, is based on the Latin alphabet. So the writing system is based on that alphabet. So some people say that Latin is dead. No, Latin still lives. Latin lives in the Yoruba language every day. So those are just fun facts, a few fun facts that people may not know about the language. So, Aisha, can you please introduce yourself to the audience? Tell us a little bit about your language journey.
Okay, thank you. My name is Aishat Ali, and I am a Yoruba tutor on Syllable Space platform. I grew up speaking Yoruba as a part of my daily life, and it has always been a really big, uh, important part of my identity. And alongside Yoruba, I also grew up learning English. And over time, I developed an interest in learning other languages like Turkish and Urdu. And my passion for languages led me to teaching, and I love helping people connect with language, not just as a language, but also as a getaway to its rich culture and traditions.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you do me a favor for those folks who are just speak Yoruba? Can you share the same message with them in your mother tongue, please?
Ben, orúkọ mi ni Aisha, mo jẹ́ olùkọ́ èdè Yorùbá lórí pẹpẹ Syllable Space. Mo dàgbà láti máa sọ èdè Yorùbá, ó sì jẹ́ ipa pàtàkì nínú ìdánimọ̀ mi. Lẹ́yìn èyí, mo kọ́ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì nígbà tí mo wà ní kékeré ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ́ yẹn náà, tí ó sì jẹ́ wípé èdè mìíràn ó tún wá lẹ́yìn yẹn. Ó wù mí láti kọ́ àwọn èdè mìíràn tó mú mi jẹ́ kí n lọ kọ́ èdè tán pè ní èdè Turkcẹ, ìyẹn Turkish. Ìfẹ́ mi sí èdè ló mú mi kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa kọ́ àwọn èèyàn ní èdè Yorùbá kí wọ́n lè máa sọ, kí wọ́n dẹ̀ lè máa fi lè um wọ́n fi lè máa sọ̀rọ̀ láàárín àwọn ọ̀rẹ́, ẹbí àti ará tí ó sì jẹ́ wípé wọ́n lè máa gbé èdè Yorùbá lárugẹ ní gbogbo ibikíbi tán bá wà.
Awesome, awesome. So Yoruba is a rich and culturally significant language. What makes it unique, and why do you think more people should learn the language?
Yoruba is a unique language because it's a tonal language, which means that pitch or the tone of the word can change its meaning, which means you have to be careful when you pronounce the words and you have to make sure you're saying it correctly because a lot of words means different things the moment you say it out. And it's deeply tied to its culture, tradition, proverbs, the spirituality, and I feel like learning the language, it's an introduction to a new way of life, a way of thinking, and a connection of a vast cultural heritage. So more people should learn it because it helps preserve an important African language, foster our culture, pride, and creates a different it creates a deeper connection within Yoruba speaking communities worldwide. For example, here in Chicago, we have a really huge community here. Here in my school, we have a really big community where there are a lot of Yoruba speakers. Well, some people are not comfortable enough speaking it because they're scared that they might make mistakes or they don't want to be judged by other people. So, yeah, I believe saying this and speaking more, connecting with people is a way, an important way you could improve your speaking skills.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, as a pioneer, as the first Yoruba speaker on Syllable Space, how does it feel to be bringing Yoruba to new students here?
It feels really good. I am so excited to be like the first teacher who speaks Yoruba on Syllable Space, and I am so excited, and I can't wait to meet all of you guys who are interested in learning the language. I am so happy, and I am gonna be um, waiting for you guys to schedule meeting with me, and we can have sessions together, and I can teach you all you need to know and all you want to know about Yoruba and culture and traditions.
That's awesome. What approach would you take teaching Yoruba to beginner speakers who have no prior experience with the language?
I mean, I will initially for beginners, I would start with the basic vocabulary and pronunciation and greetings too, because I feel like those are really important. If you want to learn the language, first you need to learn the greetings, you need to learn the vocabulary, how to pronounce stuff, and I will help student focus on recognizing and practicing tone early on, and I will also incorporate interactive slides like real life dialogues and cultural elements to help the lessons more relatable, and asking questions to encourage students to speak more and be confident in their skills so they could be comfortable enough and they could be comfortable enough to speak within a family gathering or within their friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know that Yoruba is deeply connected to its culture, music, and traditions. Would you incorporate any of those cultural elements into your lessons? And if so, how would you go about doing that?
So I plan to incorporate cultural elements by using Yoruba proverbs, folk tales, and songs to teach the language concepts in an authentic way. And I will also introduce students to Yoruba customs, the greetings, like I said earlier, and traditions through real life scenarios, which will help them learn more about the significance of the culture and the tradition.
That's awesome. That's awesome. As Yoruba gained more visibility in language learning, Where do you see the growth going in the next few years, and how could you potentially contribute to that growth?
Okay, that's really an important question because for right now, I can tell you that Yorubas are everywhere in the world. I'm happy to say this, and I'm proud of it. We are everywhere. There's um, there's a lot of communities everywhere abroad, uh, all over the continent. And I believe that people are gathering together. New people come here today and they're trying to like know more about what's going on in this community, how many Yoruba people are here, how can we interact with them. So I can see them everywhere growing. And I feel like learning the culture, especially for, people who usually stay with these Yoruba people, like people that are like their friends or they live in the same neighborhood. They're trying to be respectful and learn more about your culture and how to stay respectful with with them, with the Yorubas. So I believe that developing the Yoruba learning skills is really important, and I can help by creating sessions with people, make them try to get them connected with the language. I can help with that, and I am always like eager and happy to learn. I want to know what you know about Yoruba, what do you need help with, and how I can help you with. And I'm really patient, and I believe I would be able to help everyone with what they need and make sure they're actually learning something in my sessions. Thank you.
Folks, I'm telling you, she's a gem. She'd be a perfect partner to embark on learning a new language. She'd be an outstanding partner. So, where can you have somebody who's like listening out there today? We know that people will be listening to these podcasts for years to come. You have somebody that says, "Look, I want to work with Aisha." Where can they find you?
Potential students can find me by searching my name on the Syllable Space platform. So when you go on the platform, go under tutors, you can search my name and you'll see me there. And I am so excited and I will be waiting for you guys. And I can't wait to have the sessions with you.
That's awesome. Before we go, can you finish that off by telling uh, speakers of Yoruba where they can find you?
Tí ẹ bá fẹ́ rí mi, ẹ lọ sórí Syllable Space lọ́ndà àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n pè ní Tutor. Kẹ wá orúkọ mi, kẹ táìpà Aisha síbi bẹ̀. Ó máa gbé jáde. Inú mi dẹ̀ máa dùn láti bá yín ṣiṣẹ́. And mi ì lè wait kí n rí yín. Sorry.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Aisha. It was a pleasure having you on the podcast this afternoon, and of course, we look forward to continuing to work with you so we can spread the Yoruba language all over the world. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you.
So long.